Yes, the mothership. That's all you hear now, isn't it? Mothership here, mothership there. Of course, from Iran, right? Well, this is real easy to see where this is all going. And this proves that humanity is completely asleep in countless ways. Mothership just happens to add up to 77, one number at a time. That's 14. That is Chump's birthday. Everything will be in line with him for some time now, for all the future events. But this stupid drone thing, this proves that humanity is no longer with any common sense. I've seen them. They've been in the sky around here. I've had them humming over the top of the house at night. Yes, they're there. Are they from some other place? You know, some country that wants to secretly observe us. Well, they're not very secretive, are they? They have flashing lights on them in a triangle shape. 1, 2, 3 lights in a triangle shape. Or they'll fly 3 at a time, each having 3 triangle shapes. Couldn't get any dumber than that, right? And of course, it's always at nighttime. Those are from here, obviously. And what's going to happen is they are going to say that, well, we better take some of them down with our own drones. And they will do that, okay? That's exactly what's going to happen. There's no way around it. This script is too thin and pathetic not to see that. So they'll do that, and they'll say it's from Iran. Of course, Iran, because that's how they induce the spells and visual possibilities for people that are asleep. Iran is E-Y-E. I ran. Okay? It's always done like this. And I've recorded the drones out here before. And they are in the shape of a triangle. 3 lights. 1, 2, 3 sides. Why? Well, they need the triangle in the sky because that's the all-seeing eye on the back of your dollar bill. 1, 2, 3 sides on a triangle equals 6. That's why you'll see them flying 3 at a time, because that would equal 666, because the 1, 2, and 3 sides of a triangle equals 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. They want people to get used to seeing them. You'll see them in the daytime now when they put their own out there, allegedly, right? To protect you. Now, we already know, those of us that have got any common sense at all, I mean, it doesn't take much at this point to know that they observe and hear everything we're doing. They're listening to you, listen to me. They're listening to me, listening to others. They listen to us all day long on these devices. These things will have to go in the very near future. And I don't mean right this second. That's in between you and the Lord. There are situations where you need these because you have loved ones that have special care that's involved. And of course, the Lord understands that. But this whole drone and mothership thing, it proves that humanity is done for. And that's not a scary thing, other than we don't want our loved ones in harm's way. I get that. Of course I do. But the fact that the masses are falling for this and can't see the outcome is beyond me. I don't know how on earth, other than, the great falling away. It's always taking place right now in many levels. So you'll have their drones flying around protecting you. And of course they will be observing, and then you're going to start to see, well, we had an attack. The bad guy drones were flying around and got some civilians. They need this fear, people. They need the fear. And again, this is all energy gathering. Let me make this analogy. Hopefully it will make sense, because I know people know it's energy gathering, but If you can get the numbers off of your tongues, it will help more than you know. And there's a reason, on our phones that you continually are pushed into seeing what time it is and how much your battery has on it. These are all energy-inducing ways. And if you'll notice, when you get a notification, if you get some at all, you'll get them at certain times as well. Okay? You'll get them at 33 minutes after 6 or other numbers. I'm not even going to mention them. This is to induce this. Now, the fireplace analogy. Let's pretend for a moment that this fireplace has a door on it that I cannot open, but there's a keyhole there. Only certain dimensions and geometric shapes. Let's say the fireplace was in the shape, the opening, the keyhole, that you could only feed this fire through the keyhole, and it was in the shape of a number 6. You're only going to get numbers in there of the number 6 out of those pieces of wood. You'd have to carve them down. I know this analogy is a little deep, but I hope it helps. So as you feed this fireplace continually, the energy of that is released. Okay? And that's what's going on here. If no one ever said the number 6 again, if you had that completely off your tongues, their entire system and realm would melt down in minutes. They're manifesting because of the energy that the masses give them unknowingly. Now, if your birthday is on that, that's nothing against you. Doesn't mean you're bad or your birthday does, but they have given us a satanic number system. It's only 1 through 10. And that's how they get you to say 10. If you say any numbers within his name, you have induced part or all of his garbage. And I know that sounds so far out there, and I hear myself saying it, but I can tell you these are the facts. Our number system is relatively new, and they are feeding off of it. Name, number, image. That's the reason name adds up to 33. It's everywhere. That's why movies like I, Legend with Will Smith, one of their satanic puppets. What was the dummy's name? Fred. Why Fred? Because Fred equals 33. That doesn't mean if your name is Fred, you're bad. They have given these names out. That's why you had Fred Flintstone pushed for so many years on the masses. This goes so far back, it's not even funny. That's why you had the movie Fred Claus. And there are other names and phrases that induce these numbers to feed their fireplace. It is appropriate because it's hell. It is the fire. The beast system can only work because the masses are feeding it. There's no stopping this, clearly. And I realize what I am saying sounds so absurd, but it's true. You can listen to your friends or even yourself, and you will find yourself saying the number 20 or a 6 very often. Why a 20? Well, it's the letter T. Same reason T-Mobile's being pushed right now. All these things are tied together. Well, it's 20% off. Buy Snoop Dogg or Poop Dog is what he should be called. Why is he pushing it? Well, he got married on Trump's birthday. These things are all tied in to induce and give power to these things that are not human, folks. Some of you may have seen them. Some of you may have not. They're out there. I can guarantee you that. I have seen them quite a few times. I hope this helps. Just rebuke the whole mothership thing. Rebuke it all. None of this is out of fear, but out of wisdom, because and it's not that you need to unravel everything that comes across you like I have here and there. I just do this because if you do hear something like this and can take it in, these are the big fish hooks, so the little ones won't get you at all, okay? And not that anyone out there particular is going to get hooked by this stuff, but it's very obvious what's going on. Allow no energy to leave your body for them. You have righteous anger, that's fine. Don't let it leak out into the atmosphere and feed these demons, because that is exactly what's going on. 100%. Okay? This script was written by a half-wit. An absolute half-wit. I think that's why it's overlooked, because it's too in your face. And people don't have time to look into these things, and don't observe them, because most people are running after money, trying to get food and bills paid. I get it. I understand. But you have to keep your wits about you. And, you know, it's just wordplay. And it's all tied into the same individual. There are many of these antichrists, but he's clearly the main one right now. And did anyone see the American allegedly wandering around in Syria or wherever it was? His name was Travis T. There's your TT again. Everything is going to be about T's. And well, I was getting to something on that number 6 and 20. When you're talking, people will always say, well, when you going to be there? And you'll say, oh, about 20 minutes. Oh, how many apples you got in that bag there? Oh, I don't know, about 6. This is a breach in the spirit. It has slept in. It has crept in on us. Those two numbers are used more often than anything on this earth. And there's a reason for that, because they pushed it on us in everything. Don't use the number system unless you have to. And I'm not saying we don't have protection. I'm not saying that at all. Protection comes with wisdom. You can't put on the armor of the Lord and then just stand out there and not know how to use it, okay? The helmet. It's the wisdom, okay? I'm not taking anything away from the scriptures, but I can tell you just by common sense, if you put on a bunch of armor and you go out there and stand in the battlefield, it's not going to be too long before you get some darts in you, okay? Hope this helps, because it's about to get really stupid. And people, there will be no more channels up giving the truth soon. That is coming.